Hi everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this star gift box. Now I originally saw this done by the Paper Pixie, however she had taken it from a German lady called Heike. I can't pronounce her surname. Yeah, and so I just thought it was really sweet, really nice little box. It's like 5 inches at its widest point, but it's just really cute. And also because I had been asked by somebody about how doing a star gift box, so hopefully this kind of fits into that. I don't know if this is the one you were thinking of, but I just think it's really sweet. I love the faceted side to it. Just really nice. And it is decent size, really. If you want to put little treats in it, it's quite a decent size. This one I have, the one that the Paper Pixie did, she actually didn't glue any of the sides. I've glued half the sides, and then there's just these three that are still open. So obviously you can still get in there if you want to. But it kind of holds itself together. But I just thought it might make it a little bit sturdy, a little bit better. Treats aren't going to fall out, etc. I think if I was going to use this, then I would probably seal these sides up that are open, and just leave this one where the ribbon is as being open, so they can still get to their treat. Depends on the size of your treat, really, of what you're putting in it. But yeah, really cute. So the papers that I've used for this are first edition Arctic Wonder papers. When I last looked, at the time of filming this, Black Friday deals were on, and it was really cheap. They'd already knocked it down in price already anyway, but it's a lovely paper pad. They did have all 3 sizes, 12x12, 8x8 and 6x6. So it might be worth heading over to drkcrafts.co.uk and having a look to see what they've got. But yeah, they did have all 3 sizes when I last looked. And then the ribbon was just for my stash. And so it's nice and simple. We haven't got any mat and layers. It doesn't take that long to make. So let's get into it. So for this gift box, you're going to need 2 pieces of card that are 5 1/4 by 6 inches. So that means that you can get 2 boxes out of a 12x12, or you can get 1 box out of like an A4 or like a letter size. So that's really handy. So I've just got one. I've done my other one, but I'm going to mark this one up, and then you don't have to watch me do 2 of them. So on the opposite side, I'm just going to go ahead, and first of all, we need to make a hexagon. So the Paper Pixie has devised this way of doing, a simple way of making a hexagon. So I'm going to go ahead and do these markings and show you how to do it. Okay, so along the long edge, which is a 6-inch edge, you're just going to mark at 1 1/2 and 4 1/2, and you do the same along the bottom as well. So 1 1/2 and 4 1/2. And then if you turn it round on your short side, so your 5 1/4 side, you're going to measure halfway and mark at 2 5/8, and the same along the bottom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut off these like triangle bits. So you're going to go from one of your marks and go across to the other mark on the other side. So that one there, like that. Then we're going to cut this triangle off here, this corner off. I'm going to do this all the way round. So you should end up with that. So you've got basically a hexagon. And all of these sides should be about 3 inches long, more or less. So then we're going to bring our ruler and our pencil back in. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark halfway along each edge. So we're going to mark at 1 1/2, and we're going to do it on all 6 edges. Okay, so you should have halfway mark on each of your edges. So now what you want to do, now I've obviously got this line going down, which is also quite helpful. So I've actually put a black marker pen in, and I've just marked just down my 6-inch edge. But this is going to help us now, because what we want to do is I'm going to line this top mark up with this bottom mark here, and this should be straight. So this edge should like line up with one of your grooves, and then with that in place, you're just going to score down like that. Then we're going to turn it so that this edge is now, so you're lining this mark up with this mark like that. I'm just going to check as well to make sure this is nice and straight, and it is. So then we're going to score. So we're going to keep going around all of the edges doing this. So you always have to make sure that that one doesn't line up with this edge. This and these two marks line up, and make sure that that is straight. So you should end up with that. So you've got score lines like that. Then what you want to do is, again, if you've got a line that you already know where, you know, you've made a mark like I have, that helps, because you want to turn it so you've got your point. Put your point in there and then line this bottom point up here, and you're going to score from that top down to the first bit where these two lines intersect, and you're also going to score from that point down as well. And we're going to turn it, and we're going to do the same again. So put those two little points in. If you haven't got a scoreboard and you're just using a ruler and a corkboard, you can still do it. Just line your ruler up and then obviously just score and score. And then we're going to do the same here. So you should end up with that, and I'm hoping you can see all of my score lines. If I tip it like that, you can see my score lines. Okay, so that's what you should end up with. So you've basically got like a star and then some triangles around the outside. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and just all of these like big lines, we're going to go ahead and just, it would be mounting from the outside, mounting fold. Also I'm valley folding because I'm doing it with the wrong side up. So you end up with that, and then these need to go the opposite direction. So these are going to be valleys. So you just want to push them in like that, and what I would do is just lay them down, just give them a bit of a burnish. So you should end up with that. So if you do that times 2, you end up with 2 of them. So I'm going to turn one over, and then this is literally going to slot straight on. So where you've got, you know, mountains, you're going to put your mountain fold. Where you've got valleys, you've got your valley fold. And one thing I would do is I would stick down a few of your sides, otherwise it could easily just come apart. So I'm actually going to do that now. I'm just going to put a little bit of I think I might do glue. I don't know whether I should do glue or tape. I think I'm going to glue it. So I'm just going to stick that down, and then the next side around needs to be tucked in the other way around. In fact, I'm thinking I probably should have gone with tape for this. So let's just hold that shut for a second. Okay, so obviously on this one, this is on the outside. So now this needs to be on the inside. So I'm going to put my tape onto here. I'm actually decided to use tape, not glue, just because it's not going to take as long to hold to stick. You could use hot glue, I suppose, but I don't really like using hot glue for things like this. So this is a little bit fiddly, this is, but it's not too bad. So that's going to go on the inside there, like that. So that's gone on the inside there. So now it needs to go on the outside again. So I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on here. Okay, so I've still got these sides here that are free, and you can either add a few more, stick a few more down if you want to, or you can leave it like that. Now I think I'm probably going to leave it like that. I was originally thinking that I was just going to do it so that then that would be all I have to open it, but actually I think I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to put some ribbon around it, and that will just hold the rest of it shut. At least you know you've got like half of it is closed and half of it is open. But it's just a really cute box. So I'm now going to get some ribbon, and we'll tie some ribbon around it, and that will just finish it off. Okay, so I found this ribbon. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to turn it around that way around, I think. Just tie a little bow on the top there. Now obviously if you want to secure, because obviously that is still open, you could maybe use a little Velcro dot, which I might do possibly, or you could, let's say, glue it, whatever you want to do really. Okay, so there's your finished little box. So it's really cute. Obviously this is still, you can still open that if you want to, and the same here. So you might want to just, I don't know, you know, stick it, or maybe just use not a permanent glue to do it. And then obviously you can put your little you know, gift tag on. But it's just a really cute box. So this box actually measures approximately 4 inches wide, and at its widest point it is about 5 inches. So it's really sweet. I'm gonna try, I think if I get time I might try and see if I can work out a bigger size. It's just really getting that hexagon out of like a 12-12 or whatever. But yeah, I just think it's a really cute box. It's really nice. It's quite a decent size really, and I just think it's really sweet. Somebody actually asked me for this, so I'm hoping this fulfills your criteria. But yeah, so yeah, go and check out drkcrafts.co.uk. They still have this Arctic Wonder pad on sale, and it's knocked down to a ridiculously low price. So definitely now is the time to go buy it. Hopefully the deal will still be on when you guys go on, but it was cheap anyway, even before Black Friday. So yeah. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the box today. Just make sure you hit subscribe and like, and notifications buttons turned on. Put a comment down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.